folks, Dr. Mike Israel here for Renaissance Periodization, Healthy Eating Made Simple, video number 6, Weight Loss Phases, Doing Them Right. If you haven't seen the other 5 videos, they're in this playlist. Please watch them. They're super awesome. I was in them, so they have to be great. Yikes. Give them a look, and then we're going to pick up. So where we are after these 5 videos. We know how to eat healthy. Okay, we know how to choose healthy foods. We know how to make balanced meals. We know how to count macros. We know how to eat in a stable pattern day to day, so we're super used to our awesome schedule. And we know how to take the right supplements and hydrate properly. Now, once you're rolling with all these, there's a pretty decent chance that you're already within a healthy weight range, and you don't have to gain or lose weight to be healthy, and you're kind of done. You just continue to eat this way. A later video of ours will talk about balance and how to make sure you balance all the rest of your life, but honestly, you're 95% of the way there. However, your weight could be stabilized even after making all these awesome changes, a little bit outside the range. It could be below the range, it could be above the range. We're going to learn today in this video how to get your weight into that healthy range or closer to it. Now, the healthy range, what is it? It's different than those insurance tables you saw when you were a kid that said ideal weight for a man who's 5'10". There's no such thing as ideal. There's a huge, broad range at every height of individual for men and women. This table is a good representation of it. It's from our book at Renaissance Periodization, Understanding Healthy Eating. There's going to be a link in the description. You can check that book out if you like. Let's take an example, okay? For someone who is 5'5", let's say a female that's 5'5", it is very likely that if someone is between 105 pounds at 5'5" and all the way up to 180 pounds at 5'5", yep, that they're as healthy as they can be, and weight loss or gain doesn't make them any healthier, okay? Now, if you're a female and you're 5'5" and you're above 180, if you're 230 pounds, it's likely that losing weight will significantly improve your health. But as soon as you get below 180, in the average case, it's not immediately apparent that weight loss is going to make you healthier. If you're super athletic, if you're just heavy set, if you're jacked, then you may be a female who is 5'5", 175, the best health of her life. And losing weight might make you no healthier, thus making it relatively pointless. It could just be done for aesthetic reasons at that point, or it can make you even less healthy. And on the other end, if you're 105 pounds, at 5'5", it's very possible that gaining a little bit of weight could make you healthier, but 50-50, maybe not. Now, if you're a female and you weigh 80 pounds at 5'5", getting larger will almost certainly make you healthier. So that's going to be our first quick topic, gaining weight. How do you gain weight to become healthier? So if you're under the healthy weight range for your height, gaining weight will likely make you healthier. Not always, so you have to confirm with your doctor first. But if you're under the range, the doctor may say, yeah, actually gaining a bit of weight, especially muscle, is a really, really good idea. It'll probably make you healthier, right? So while being physically active as much as possible, and preferably, highly preferably doing resistance training, which tons of our other videos on this channel describe, you want to eat your normal healthy diet per video number 5's videos 1 through 5. You want to eat your normal healthy diet like that, but you're going to make a couple of changes. You're going to add in larger portions, specifically of carbohydrate-rich foods and fats, whatever fits your taste. Have a bit extra there, and you can feel free to add 2 to 6, depending on how much weight you want to gain and how much junk food you want to eat, 2 to 6 purposeful fun meals, which can be pretty junky, or they can just be pretty healthy, but of very high calories on top of your weekly intake. So maybe you eat your normal day's food, and then you give Ben and Jerry a call, and they show up with a pint of ice cream, and you eat half a pint, you put it in the fridge, you eat half the next day, and so on and so forth. That way you can slowly gain weight into your healthy range potentially. Now, there's many more details we can go into. Tons of our other videos on this channel cover how to gain weight. There's a nutrition for muscle gain video. You can just type right into the YouTube, RP or Renaissance Periodization nutrition for muscle gain. It'll come up. Tons of videos, super in depth. Here's the thing though, most people that are unhealthy in the modern world are unhealthy for a combination of factors which usually don't involve them being too underweight. Sometimes that's the case, and if that's the case, this is part of the solution. But many more times, those folks are unhealthy, and one of the contributing factors is they're a little bit on the heavier side, sometimes a lot on the heavier side. So let's take a look at the much more common problem of being a little too heavy and thus potentially losing weight to become more healthy. 3-step process here, really, really straightforward. Step 1, confirm with your doctor that weight loss is safe for you, that this is a good idea, and that it will likely improve your health, because it could be other stuff going on that has nothing to do with your weight. If you're within the healthy range, losing weight may not make you healthier at all. And as a matter of fact, it's likely not to. So if you're within that healthy range, and if you take a look back a couple of slides, see where you are on that height chart, really, weight loss comes down to just an aesthetic preference. If you want to lose weight just to look leaner or thinner or whatever, totally fine, your call. But in many cases, weight loss just isn't the answer to improved health. Probably in most cases. But if you're well outside that range, it may be a part of your solution for better health. Confirm with your doctor and then move on to step number 2. What you're going to do is you're going to take your current diet and you're going to subtract away daily fat and carb macronutrients, and we learned that in one of the videos, how to count those macros and convert them to calories, and you're going to create a 500 calorie deficit. So remember, fats are 9 calories per gram, carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram. You got to remove enough grams of one or both or the other to make a 500 calorie total deficit less than what you're normally eating. So if you're normally eating 2,500 calories a day, you got to take some carbs and fats out to get to 2,000. Perfect example. Now, if you're significantly under 150 pounds, maybe just remove 300 calories. If you're significantly over 250, then maybe remove as many as 700 calories because you want to keep on pace relatively to your body weight. Now, here's a real big kicker. You want to continue to stay just as active as you ever were, if not more so, to keep that burn side of the equation up. And then the intake side of the equation falls down and you will absolutely lose weight. And because you're active and hopefully resistance training and eating super well, you're going to lose almost exclusively fat and no muscle, and your health will improve. Step 3 is to just repeat this process every day, sticking to that 500 calorie deficit, that new diet you have, for about 6 to 9 weeks at a time. Less than 6 weeks probably isn't enough to make a really big dent in your body weight and your health. 9 weeks and more, especially for beginners like you, is a bit too much to bite off to chew. And you want to start with a solid diet between those two, and then you're going to ease up. And we're going to talk about that next time. During these 6 to 9 fat loss diet weeks, where you're purposefully manipulating your diet to lose fat, you want to probably stay away from most junk food. 0 junk would be an idea. So just stick to the healthy stuff. Don't worry, junk food's going to make a comeback later on when you've lost the weight and kept it off for a little bit of time. You want to make sure to weigh in probably a few times a week to make sure you're on track. If for 2 weeks straight, you're actually not losing any more weight or you're losing it very slowly, then what you can do is reduce your carbs and fats another 200 to 400 calories. You probably only have to do that once, maybe twice, and then boom, the 6 to 9 weeks is over. You've lost a considerable amount of weight, considerable amount of fat, and you are now healthier. Now, quick shameless plug before we continue and wrap up this video. The RP Diet app, which has sponsored this video in a sense, can do all of this for you. Just type in all your information. It literally tells you what to eat and plugs you in, and it measures all your stuff for you. All you do is step on the scale, tell it how much you weigh, and it auto adjusts everything. No counting, no calories, no 400, 200, 500, none of that stuff. You just do what it says and that's it, right? If tech isn't your thing and you want to print up a diet and put it on the fridge, RP, Renaissance Periodization, offers the simple diet templates, which are literally PDF. You print them out in your printer. It's the simplest diet you'll ever do. So if you want to offload that intellectual work, totally fine. Give those products a look. Now, I design those products. I make money when you buy those products. I'll be the first person to tell you you don't need them. You can use them, and they're awesome and super helpful. That's why we made them. But if you don't want to use them, if you want to run your own diet on your numbers, by all means, that's why this video is made. So whichever choice you make, do that for a 6 to 9 week diet. And you'll almost certainly weigh less, significantly less, something like 5 to 15 pounds less, depending on a few factors, how large you started, how big of a deficit, so on and so forth. Now, here's the trick. Lots of people lose weight, but so precious few of them keep it off in the long term to continue to be healthier. And that keeping it off in the long term, that transition from your old body weight to your new one, that transition from diet to continuing to promote that healthy lifestyle at that lower weight, that's a big trick. That's going to be the subject of our next video, and I'll see you then.